Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the TWC show, here live from the Vibe. It's the Wrestling Classic. Justin here along with Devon Law, my co-host, the man himself, and we got lots to talk about this week, whether it's All Elite Wrestling, whether it's WWE news, the King of the Ring. We're going to touch on all of that. I'm going to give our predictions for All Out. It's the second biggest pay-per-view for, I think, AEW this time, because I still don't think Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest were pay-per-views. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, I think this one might have to be the biggest.
It has to, because like Double or Nothing was like our introduction. Fyter Fest, once again, for me, was a video game convention, pay-per-view. Fight for the Fallen was for a cause. This is the second pay-per-view. And they're going back to Chicago, where All In took place before AEW, pretty much where the idea of AEW was born.
Well, I think, too, what almost kind of helps them is that NXT announcement makes the show even bigger. And this is probably, I guess it is their first show where they actually have a card where the matches have been built to for a little while here.
And we're even with the mishap of John Moxley announcing that he has a staph infection, he's out of his match. The replacement with Pac was a good one, and it's still intriguing to know that they have things in their back pocket like Pac, superstars in the back pocket like Pac to bring out when they need to. But we're going to talk all about AEW and All Out. We're going to give our predictions later on in the show. We got a ton to talk about today, but I also want to bring up something that if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see we got some new swag up here. We got some stuff from Cardillo Weight Belts and Ice Shaker. Ice Shaker made these brilliant cups for us. I'll say TWC show on there, as well as Cardillo on the other side. Also, beautiful. My own custom-made Cardillo Weight Belt, from Cardillo himself. And if you guys don't know who Cardillo Weight Belts is, let me tell you something. For the last 30 years, Steve Cardillo has started his weight belt company. He's been making weight belts for all of the wrestlers, all these athletes all around the world. Notable names like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, Sheamus, Charlotte, Sasha. The list goes on. Whether they're older stars, newer stars, Cardillo has been there making belts for the superstars to help them when they're lifting, and he encourages everybody to strap up when they're working out and doing those kind of things. But they're also really cool collectibles. If you go to like Hogan's Beach Shop, you can see all the old Hulkamania NWO weight belts. If you're someone around our age group or older, like you remember the NWO, you remember WCW, or Macho Man would wear those Madness weight belts, or Hulk Hogan would wear the weight belts that he'd whip people in the back with in the middle of his matches. Those were all Cardillo weight belts. So And it doesn't stop with just wrestling. He's made weight belts for NHL players, NBA players, NFL players, bodybuilders, athletes. It's just all across the board. He's probably the best in the business in my mind. And whether you want it for working out or whether you want it just to collect, and they're really cool to take to signings and stuff too. Like if you have a Hogan belt that you take to meet Hogan, you get to sign it. Like that's worth a lot of money. So check out Cardillo Weight Belts. I thank them a lot for all of this cool swag, the cups, custom made TWC show cups, and the weight belts and everything else he does for me. He's done a lot for me throughout the years. So if you haven't, check out Cardillo Weight Belts on Instagram. We do a ton of giveaways. We actually just did one on Hulk Hogan's birthday where we gave away a Hulkamania belt. So yeah, check them out. Shout out to them. But there is a lot to talk about this week. There's a lot of things that I want to kind of get your opinions on too, Devin. Let's start with Monday. Let's start with Raw, man. Mm-hmm. For me, obviously, like I'm going to jump right into it because you guys know I'm going to jump right into it. How did my girl Sasha Banks do this week? Finally, the show kicked off with her giving us some sort of an explanation. The fact that she wasn't happy about being demoted to like the tag team title match at WrestleMania, where her peers like Charlotte and Becky Lynch were main eventing. The fact that she wasn't happy with just her position on the women's roster when she felt like she is the women's roster and she's the one that everyone talks about. What are some of the things that stood out to you about her promo at the beginning?
Man, I kind of liked it because, well, I mean, I think I would have liked it better if it sounded like she actually wrote it. But, yeah. I mean, she did good with what they gave her. And I think it's kind of interesting, too, because for those people who follow all the stories and, like, all the, like, behind-the-scenes type stuff, I mean, the story was she really wanted those tag belts. Her and Bayley fought for them, finally got created, won them. They were so happy. They're talking about defending them everywhere. They were on top of the world. And then the story is she was so upset that, they didn't get the run they really wanted, had to drop them at Mania, and that's what made her upset. So her coming out and saying this stuff even makes it even more heelish because she's like, I never even cared about these damn things.
And that too, and plus the fact that, like, maybe if she said that too, it would make more sense because I think the fans already kind of know why she left. We have our own opinions of why she left because the reports online through all the dirt sheets and the newsletters and stuff like that. Like, Sasha was on the floor crying after WrestleMania. Sasha took time off because she was unhappy. The fans already believe that. Like, that goes back to me saying her coming back as a heel makes the most sense. Because I know from comments on the Wrestling Classic page when I post Sasha, oh, she came back and she is so entitled. She does think and I'm like, well, if the fans already think this and she's acting that way on TV, that means she's doing what you guys already believe and it works.
Only people who have zero talent or are actually good at anything would think like that.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, look, she is so entitled. Look at her promo. I'm like, yeah, because that's what they like. It's not like the WWE. They don't have people there that aren't like reading the internet, not knowing what the fans already feel. I like that she brought that up. Yes, I was laying on the floor after in the locker room crying. Yeah, I took my WrestleMania paycheck and won a couple
I like how she brought up the Mania check. That was funny.
You know what I mean? Like I love how it went down. I think earlier you said it just went a little long for you.
A little bit. I mean, I think the material was good. I was into it, but it was just like it kind of just don't know why. I just had that feeling like it might have just been too long.
And she does have that look sometimes, and this is not just her. There's a lot of people in the rosters. I think it's just for the reason of them having to remember scripts and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you can tell, like, even the way she, like, enunciates some words that, like, you can tell that she's reading something that isn't all her words. I'm sure she has a say in it because a lot of that seemed to come from the heart. But I think, you know, we see her get unleashed like we saw her in NXT. Maybe she had more rehearsing time there. Who knows? But those promos she had in NXT, she's never quite sounded like that on the main roster.
Yeah, and I think
this is the closest we've seen to
I
that.
almost feel like sometimes you can see the wheels spinning in their head that like they're trying to remember what they're supposed to say. And I felt like that with this promo at points with Sasha trying to remember. But it came off great. She explained what she needed to explain to the fans to kind of stand why she did what she did, coming back, attacking Nattie and all that stuff. I'm obviously a huge Sasha fan, so it's hard for me to hate on anything. She looked great, looked amazing. This blue hair is really growing on me. I'm looking forward to see what happens next. Cause they had Becky cut a promo, but it wasn't with Sasha at all.
One thing that really kind of ticks me off, and it's like these little things that kind of bother me.
Yeah.
Like, there's some real personal shit being said here. Why did Nattie wait for the entire promo to finish to come out and do something about it? I hate those little things. Those little things just bug me. Like, get out there. Don't even let her finish the promo. Rip that mic out of her head and beat her with it.
Now, the match, though, I did like the aggression and the aggressiveness in the match.
It's great.
The German suplex that Nattie gave to Sasha is a credit to Sasha's bumping. Like, it looked like a hell of a move. It looked like Sasha was knocked out.
It's bumps like that's been scaring us for years.
The bump that Nattie took when she got thrown into the chair, like, that was impressive. Like, it looked like these two did not like each other. It felt that way. The finish with her, you know, modifying the bank statement, grabbing the arm and pulling it, like I enjoyed that.
It looked like it hurt.
One of the things that stood out to me the most, though, being the storytelling guy, was the story being told by the commentary desk at that point. There was Renee saying, "Oh, Corey, I finally agree with what you're saying." But then there was Corey turning a new leaf saying, "No, this is Sasha's true colors. If she's like this, he's kind of like saying I'm okay with her now because now she's being who she really is."
Because he's following the same narrative. He never said he had a problem with her. He always used to say, "I have a problem with how phony she's being." Yeah. So really, he's staying consistent.
Yeah. So, but I like how like he's still remaining the heel favorite commentator, and Renee's being now she's a heel. I don't like her.
But that's one thing I like about Corey Graves, though. He's not necessarily always a heel, but he has his favorites, and they're not always heels.
Yeah. And like you said, the point made sense. When Sasha was a babyface, the whole time he's like, "Oh, she's faking it. She backstabbed everyone. Yeah. She's not really like this. Watch, she's gonna backstab her.
Yeah.
We should have expected this." So now when Sasha's doing that, he's like, "Yeah, see, this is who she is." But he also is like, "But this is also when Sasha's at her best, and that's what we all think."
Good commentary makes a huge difference, man.
And so that I really picked up on that. I wanted to make sure I remembered that for the show to say that because that was one of those things I was watching. I'm like, because I watched that match twice. Because I'm a huge Sasha fan. And I'm like, and I missed watching her wrestle. But I was like, you know what, the commentary on this is great because it started off with Renee being like, "Yeah, like Corey, like I agree with you. Like this is right." And now Corey's like, no, but this is when Sasha's at her best now. This is the real Sasha.
You really watched that twice?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm a fan.
All right.
What else about Raw? What else was a big thing that happened? How about the unique odd pairing of Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode winning the tag turmoil?
That's a weird one for me because I love Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
But I also really love tag team wrestling, and I've been at this point for the last few years where it's like, okay, we know how the WWE treats tag team and the tag team division, so it doesn't bug me as much anymore. But it's just like, you have so many good teams there. You don't really need to do this. We should never, unless someone gets injured and they're the champs or something, we should never end up in this like turmoil match situation. There's enough teams there to have multiple and good storylines going on, but you know, I guess they don't want anybody like the Viking Raiders or the Club to take a loss to Seth and Braun.
And that's the other thing too that bothers me about it. Like, I'm not fully against Dolph and Robert Roode.
I'd like to see them get matching tights and just keep doing it. Why not?
If they're gonna become like, this is the thing, when they put random people together, if they become a team properly, then cool. Like the Bar. I remember at first I'm like, well, random guys here, but then they became such a unit. I'm like, oh, then it's cool. It's just, it bothers me when there's already so many tag teams that were good, like that were in that turmoil. You could have had the Viking Raiders. I don't think they were in there, but you could have had them be a thing. You could have the club go further. You could have had the Heavy Machinery go further. These are real, actual guys that are on the roster as teams, but they don't make the cut. And these two guys they have nothing for them to do. They're together.
Well, at least they got Bobby back on TV, and I mean, like after they win that turmoil match, did it pass your standard of working your way up to the top of the division?
I mean, they won a turmoil match, so they worked their way to that title shot.
And they could have really done the double DQ a lot better too. They could have made it more intense. Could have been times like that. I'd rather have like a double count out where they're just brawling all over the place or brawling outside the ring. I don't really like the way they did that. Yeah. I get why they did it. It didn't bug me. It's not something that's gonna bother me. It's not something I'm gonna complain about. But we're here. We're on the show. We're gonna give our critiques, and I think there's just better way. There's always. It seems a lot of what they do is just there's a better way to do what they did, but just slightly different.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'll be honest with you, I didn't like fully. I lost interest in the turmoil match midway through at points.
Yeah, it's too many falls, man.
This is my one beef with Raw compared to SmackDown. This week, it's not like this every week, but this week for sure. SmackDown gave us a good mixture of wrestling and stories. Raw was like a lot of wrestling.
Last few weeks, Raw's been flowing a lot better. The 3 hours for the first time in a really long time, maybe even ever. It hasn't really felt like 3 long hours. Yeah. It's actually flowed pretty good.
This week did.
But at the same time, a lot of what happens on Raw feels like filler.
Yeah.
It feels like they're trying to fill time, which is weird because their roster is just loaded to the gills.
Something really cool that I saw on Instagram, though, when talking about Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler, though, is someone did one of those comparison pictures, and it was a picture of Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler. But then there was a picture of Mr. Perfect and Rick Rude. And I'm like, I can see the comparison there.
Bobby Roode's had a good turnaround, man. He went from having a barbecue and watering his plants on SummerSlam to being in the tag team title match.
Well, this is also the second time Bobby Roode's in the tag team. Did him and Chad Gable win the belts? They won the belts.
Yeah, but he's historically, even in TNA, been a tag team wrestler.
I know, but I feel like there's more you can do with him. It would, oddly enough, though, when I saw that picture, though, obviously Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect had Bobby Heenan. Mm-hmm. I'm like, if these guys had a manager, though. A solid manager, that'd be pretty legit.
Let's get Leo Rush back on TV, baby.
Yeah, like imagine, because listen, if I'm going to be honest.
Stokely Hathaway's ready to go.
If I could go another 3 months of not hearing a Dolph Ziggler promo, I'm okay.
It should have been me!
I'm over Dolph Ziggler promos.
Oh, God, at least he's not yelling at us as much anymore. His promos have actually gone a lot better. I'm not going to hate.
But, okay, so Dolph and Roode go to Clash of Champions to go face Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, who also are facing each other for the Universal title.
No, I feel no hype for this pay-per-view. I have no interest in Braun and Seth's
thing. At all. I just don't.
And, I haven't bought it for a long time, but you see today, Seth's number one wrestler on PWI, and it's just, hasn't really felt like that.
You know what it feels like in the nice... As a kid, obviously, I loved it, but watching it back, I feel like, as an adult, it's almost like the Shawn Michaels experiment in 96. He's really good at wrestling. He puts on great matches, but it just wasn't.
That's not on him, though, too.
It's not on Seth either.
It takes two to tango.
No, it also takes the writing.
And whenever the bell rings, he always gets you into it.
No, 100%. That's the one thing about Seth. But
that we've talked about it before, but that whole Becky thing really slowed him down.
Oh, 100%. Congratulations to them, though. They're officially engaged. I don't know if we said that last week. And also congratulations to Finn Balor, who got married over this weekend. All these guys are getting married and stuff.
Congratulations to us for having Tony Schiavone back in our wrestling company. That's what we should be congratulating.
No, 100%. Hell yeah to Tony Schiavone. There was a few people that weren't with it, but Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross together on All Elite Wrestling television.
Well, we don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm hyped for them. No, they're working together. Jim Ross put a post on Instagram saying he's so excited to work with Tony Schiavone again.
Yeah, work with them, not literally at the table.
Oh, we don't know.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
No, he's commentating.
No, they never said that.
He is. Watch.
No,
or is he going to be the control center guy?
It said it's going to be...
I'd rather have Tony Schiavone than Mark Alvarez guy or whatever.
Announcer, commentator / producer role, because he's talked about on his podcast so much about
how he wants to be a producer.
Yeah. Why is that funny?
Because What Happened When is the funniest podcast ever. So when I think about it,
it's the best. It's absolutely the best.
That's the one podcast I just enjoy listening to because it's just...
Now I'm just looking forward to him rapping songs. That's become the best part of it.
But I'm happy Tony Schiavone's fully back in wrestling.
Sorry, I took us on a big digression there.
Yeah. Conrad Thompson's clearly doing something, working with everyone that keeps getting jobs. No, that's I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm more excited for Tony Schiavone being back in wrestling than I am for Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman.
Not excited at all. I'd be with a Braun title run though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the ship sailed though on Braun's title run?
You know what it is, man? It's just like.
And taking the belt off Seth, that seems so early. Just be Brock.
He's entertaining. It's something different. I'm just not with Seth Rollins in this carnation and what's going on right now. And that's a big part of feeling hype. It's hard to feel hype for the pay-per-view when it doesn't even feel like there's a main event other than like I've been saying it. I think this whole time over the last few months, it should have been Kofi and Randy in the ending segment.
No, 100%. There's nobody else really for Seth to face. My opinion a few weeks back was
but it's their job to make somebody feel like they're ready to face.
So that's what I was gonna get to. Is like a few weeks back, I'm like,
where's
be
Rusev?
Cool. It would be
you
cool.
You can heat Rusev up good.
I know, but it would be cool if the night after SummerSlam they had the club confront Seth and we got AJ Seth round 2, and it seemed like we were leading that way. Instead, some of this became Braun and Seth and AJ just a pawn in the story with the United States title. It's like, I don't know. Like, are we still going to get to AJ and Seth? Or are we just doing this Braun thing? And if Braun loses, let's be realistic. Where does he go from there if he loses?
No idea. We didn't really see him much before this tag.
Because there's nothing. Yeah. He's watered down so much compared to what he was in like 2017, 2018, like when he should have won the belt. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems. Where does he go if he loses?
It's the same thing that we go back to, man. It just doesn't really feel like there's any like top guys.
Or like anyone. Yeah, it's insane.
Like they even found a way to make like what was becoming a really good thing with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. They even found a way to make that seem not as interesting.
Let's talk about that. We're going to get to SmackDown. Before we get to SmackDown, I just want to give a quick shout out to Chalkline Official. I'm obviously rocking Chalkline again here with my Macho Man Randy Savage jacket. This was one of their first releases from their first set of wrestling jackets licensed by the WWE. And also one of my favorites. It's one of the first jackets they ever sent to me. Obviously, those of you that know me know I'm a huge Macho Man Randy Savage fan. And I was so excited when I got this jacket. And I got a lot of memories in this jacket. I told you guys a story about this jacket last week, how it gave me a really wonderful night in a club when I really didn't want to wear it to a club. But because I wore it, the night ended up being fantastic. Or like Barney Stinson would say, legend. Wait for it, dearie. But yeah, shout out to Chalkline Official, man. They're dropping so much stuff all the time. If you missed their summer run, they got a whole bunch of other stuff coming out. Macho Man Power Glove jacket. They got
what's that? What's Power Glove?
Power Glove, remember Super Nintendo Power Glove?
Oh.
So they have Macho Man posing with the Power Glove thing.
Oh, that's
and
sick.
It's a jacket, so that's coming out. They got some cool more tracksuits and stuff coming out. Madness tracksuit, Ric Flair tracksuits and stuff like that. Obviously the Carmella jacket dropped and stuff like that. So check out Chalkline Official. I feel like I really don't need to plug them that much because at this point almost everybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
They still haven't given me a promo code, but if I get you guys one, I'll let you guys know. Chalkline Official, thank you for guys for always treating me great. I appreciate it. And once again, this jacket, man, it's legendary. I'll tell that maybe, you know.
No, don't, because you take a really long time to tell stories. We don't got that much time.
Because I like details. Well, anyways, I'll tell that story one day if you guys want to know how this jacket got me some ladies. Anyways, SmackDown Live this week kind of flew by. It was a good show. And I guess we should start off with that right off the bat. Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, the saga continues.
Smacked the taste out of Rowan's mouth, Daniel did.
So what happened basically is by the end of the episode, we saw another camera visual of the attack, and it shows Rowan walking away in a hoodie. Daniel Bryan jumped in his great acting skills. Better acting than he does in Total Divas.
Really good. It was really good.
He yelled at Rowan, smacked him across the face, came out there yelling, and got speared for his time.
He's never once come off corny in this like new character run he's had.
No.
Never.
No, because it's back to good old Stone Cold. It's an exaggerated version of who Daniel Bryan probably really is.
Maybe. Or he's just a really good actor.
I think it's exaggerated. He's Captain Planet.
Yeah.
You know?
We're agreeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was good. But like now, storyline wise, kind of felt like we went backwards. We're back to Rowan.
Like, what? It was so cool the whodunit thing. Now it's just like, okay.
Because it was exciting to think maybe it's Harper, maybe it's this person, maybe there's a third guy with these guys. Because I think we knew it was gonna come back to Rowan and Bryan, but we wish they had like a third person. And now it's just back. It was Rowan and Bryan saying that he had nothing to do with it. Are we eventually gonna find out that Bryan did have something to do with it?
I mean, I hope so because I want to see that match.
Because let's go back to before where Bryan was saying, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to go somewhere I've never gone. And then this happened.
I think this whole thing not only was to give Roman something to do with somebody that's a top guy, but I think they did one of those things where they threw something else at us so we forget that happened. Like like Shane McMahon in the safety deposit box with all Vince's secrets. I think the whole Daniel Bryan making an announcement thing, they had nothing. They didn't want us to forget about it.
So he just kept coming out to say nothing. Then now he's part of this.
Yeah, I think they wanted us to forget about it because what he was doing there and then what became this whodunit, there's absolutely no relation. There's no tie. They wanted us to forget it.
That's fair. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see what happens next. I kind of still wish there's still a little bit more of a mystery.
You really maybe there is. You really enjoyed it.
I like the fact. I like Bryan's acting. I like him coming out against Spirit. I like the fact that I have to tune in next week to see what's going to happen next. Was Bryan a part of it? Was he not? At the end of the day, though, I still wish it was better.
Yeah.
It's good.
At least they're doing something with Daniel Bryan,
and
man.
At least they're giving us a story and leaving us with something every week to be like, well, I wonder what's going to happen next week. What happened on Raw that makes you feel like, I wonder what's going to happen next week? Nothing happened on Raw that makes me feel that way.
No.
There wasn't a single thing where I'm like, I got to watch Raw next week because what happened this week makes, like SmackDown, there was a ton. There's a ton of things that happen. Another thing that happened was Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton. Stupid. I love that promo, the beginning of the show, and reading the note from the kid.
Yeah, they've been killing it, man. This whole storyline's been fun. I'm into it.
Does it feel like every year around this time they do the same sort of "I'm going after your family" storyline though? Maybe I'll go pay him a visit. And the last year's Samoa Joe, maybe I'll go pay him a visit.
This is the second time, so if every year is twice, sure.
It just seems repetitive, is what I'm trying to say.
Doing it once a year is not repetitive.
Okay, since they're doing the same thing they did last year. Is that kind of interesting?
We've been watching wrestling for like 30 years. All storylines are repeats of something.
I know, but this is so close together. Like it's at the same time. SummerSlam, blah blah blah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's broken. But anyways,
you were just talking about how much you liked it.
I do like it.
How the hell is it broken then?
I just wanted to disagree with you.
You always like the dumb shit and then complain about stuff that's actually good. I don't understand you.
What was dumb about this?
You're saying it's dumb.
It's not dumb.
Because it's a repeat.
I'm saying it's interesting that it's the same as last year.
Wendy.
Yeah, watch what happens. And then
I should see Randy Orton punt his kid in the head.
I was about to get to the point.
Starts making out with Kofi's wife or something.
That what happened, he should.
Yeah.
He should. That point where he DDT'd Kofi in the back in the gorilla, I'm like, that should have happened to the kid. Like, what's going on here?
Right? Hell yeah.
It was something like he should have been like Eddie Guerrero the kid and like hanging out with them and stuff, like, oh look, your kid's a big Randy Orton fan. Like
Yeah, it wouldn't work with a black kid, I don't think.
Not like that, not the whole I'm the father, but like make him a fan of his and
I'm your puppy, Dominic.
Yeah, none of that. Speaking about that, I don't even think we talked about that last week. How big is Dominic compared to his dad?
Quite
big. When he was lecturing,
that one week where he put Ray on his shoulders, I was like, oh my god,
dude. When he was lecturing his dad to stay, like, hey dad, stay in wrestling so we can tag team. You promised me this. I'm like, dude, man, let the poor guy retire. You're like twice the size. You're not gonna wrestle in the same weight class.
But I mean, the kid had good timing. Ray was just about to take his mask off.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Perfect timing.
I mean, we've never seen that before.
Yo, hey, like, I really, really am not a big fan of in-ring promos, but that's the one that should have been in the ring.
Yeah, him. But I understand because we're gonna have Dominic run out there and do what he did.
But they always do when they do this, the big announcement they do in the center of the ring. There's drama. There's speculation. Then it would have been good for Dominic to be like, wait, Dad.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, is Dominic wrestling?
He was training with Lance Storm.
Yeah, because I felt like we were getting there with the Samoa Joe thing, but then Ray got hurt. Like now, Ray says he's retire, but Dominic wants him there for his debut. So Ray's like, "Okay, kid, I'll stay."
Yeah, I think
you.
I think you're answering your own question. If he's referencing teaming with him, I think the plan is for him to wrestle.
No, I know, but like when? Like we didn't see him on.
That's
TV.
The point of watching, man.
No, but we didn't see them this week.
Yeah, because Ray's still contemplating retirement, probably.
But he's not in any angles or anything. I just don't know. Are they going to attack someone together like the Lucha Brothers?
That is his angle.
Are Ray and Dominic going to become the new Lucha Brothers of WWE?
Maybe they'll be facing Roode and Ziggler.
I guess they're father and son.
Maybe they'll be facing Roode and Ziggler at the next pay-per-view.
Like, how are they going to get it? Like, why weren't they part of the tag turmoil then? That could have been his debut.
I don't know, man.
I'm curious to see what goes.
I'm not going to criticize them for not playing the story out in 2 weeks. Let's see how it pans out.
No, I know that, but like, it was so like that happened. Now what? Because it's not like it would be different. It's like the Fiend.
That's how you know you don't watch NXT.
No, but it's a Fiend, right? Like you don't need the Fiend on every week. You really don't, right?
You don't need anything on every week.
No, and I get that, but at least you know that he's doing stuff. Like the Fiend's doing something. What is Ray and Dominic doing?
Maybe they're gonna come and show us that they've been training or something like that. It's literally been 1 week, and clearly we haven't forgotten about it because we're still talking about it. So, man.
Yeah, but look how we got there. We're talking about Orton punting Kofi's kids, and then somehow we got to Dominic, Rey, and Eddie. But
yeah, that's what we do. We're just having some fun here, man. God, this is
how-
CNN News at 6.
how
What are you talking about, dude? Trying to have some fun here.
how good was Eddie though in that storyline? Like, I just remember reading the book and stuff in the middle of the ring, and just like, oh man, do you imagine like being Dominic as a kid, and like
he had acting chops back then, dude. Putting on the waterworks.
but going to school and like kids asking you and stuff like, hey, so it's like Eddie Guerrero, your dad, or,
right?
like who's your real poppy?
Did
Like,
Frog Splash your mom?
what's going on? So Eddie hit your mom up?
Oh man, what a ring
What kind
rat.
of family are you from, Dominic?
Right?
The teachers will ask him if he's okay and stuff. They don't know what's real and fake.
Either way, he's got some legendary blood inside of him, right?
And we can also credit that angle for like introducing the world fully to Vicky Guerrero, which I have love-hate for. Vicky's like in that John Cena category where I hated her when she was around, and then afterwards I'm like, I respect you.
She used to get booed like crazy.
The biggest, like the most heat than half the heels and stuff.
Doesn't exist anymore.
She just says excuse me, and it was just like pop off. It was nuts. Yeah, I need you to explain something for me as I look at my little list here of things we need to talk about, because it makes absolutely positively no sense.
You can
to
just
me.
call them notes. My little list of things here to talk about.
That's a good word to use. My notes here.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not the first guy that's used notes, man. You don't need to be
I
embarrassed.
know. I'm not embarrassed. I just didn't know what to call them.
It's a nice sticker on your laptop, by the way.
Thank you. Keeping the culture alive. The wrestling classic. Sami, Shinsuke, Miz. What?
I love it.
I don't get it.
It's great. They're getting Shinsuke on TV every week, and he just gets to wrestle and do what he's good at. Use his body language, use his moves, beat people up. And Sami, it just keeps getting better and better and better on the mic.
It kind of just clicked in my head, and that just, now that you explain it like that,
You're the one complaining about Sami losing all the time. Now he's found a cause. Let's enjoy it.
No, I know we found a cause, but I just don't get it. Like, why are they feuding the Miz? Why the Miz?
All feuds start somewhere, man.
Shouldn't the Miz be wanting the IC title from Shinsuke? Why is this going backwards?
Miz is the one that challenged him.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, Miz is like, I challenge you for the IC title.
And then where does Sami come from?
They paired up like 2 weeks ago, dude.
Before, why?
Because he was on a losing streak and he needed to find like a cause. He needed to find some worth.
So Shinsuke is his cause?
Everything starts somewhere.
I know, but I want to know what the starting is, because clearly I missed it.
Yeah, like people just get paired up, man.
I do like the fact that you brought up that Shinsuke just gets to wrestle and Sami keeps him better in the mic, because maybe
nobody's got better body language than Shinsuke, man.
Maybe Sami's the voice for Shinsuke because they don't like Shinsuke talking.
Yeah, like you're asking questions and then answering them yourself.
Well, it just came to me right now when you said it like that. That's why I asked you.
They've got a guy. They got a guy who's on a losing streak who needed a purpose, who is killer on the mic, and paired him up with somebody who can't have a bad match.
I still forget that Shinsuke is IC champion. Sometimes this whole thing's forgettable. The only reason it stood out to
everybody does. The company forgets that belt even exists.
The only thing that why it stood out to me this week was like I thought it was kind of funny with Sami like cheering on Shinsuke while he's just hitting knees.
And Sami's even more like hateable and awesome. He's doing so much smack talking and he's not even the one fighting. That's great.
The best part.
That's great. Oh, now you like it all of a sudden.
No, but that's the best part. But I just didn't understand where it started. Like, why was it a thing?
Maybe you should just watch. You'd figure it out.
I did watch, but it just flew over my head because it clearly wasn't that good.
Yeah. I think
until this week.
I think what actually happened was
because now I'm into it.
I think they got together. It was like a YouTube clip or something. It wasn't something that was on the show.
See, like I didn't see that then. Because I saw the Miz TV.
Yeah.
But I thought that was just like a thing that happened.
I'm pretty sure I read that it was on a YouTube clip, and I might have seen like a thumbnail of it and not actually.
And it only stood out to me this week because I thought that knee thing was funny with Sami cheering him on. I'm like, that's actually really funny. So I was like, yeah, another one. Like,
so good.
Knees. But I was like, but why? Then I sat there and I was like, wait a minute, why is this a thing?
Like, let's see it play out for a while. Let's have it run and let's have them feud just like in NXT. Let's do it.
The KO thing, just like everything else the WWE does, seems like it's dwindling down.
Oh my god, man! What They do such a good job of making this guy seem like top dog, and now he's giving a stunner to Elias in a 24/7 match.
Not even for any reason other than Elias
begging Shane to take the fine away.
Other than Elias beat him last week. That's the only reason why.
This is like one step closer to like Stephanie just like slapping the shit out of Big Show or something like that.
Yeah, because so first things first, Elias cutting a promo. He's sitting in the King's chair. It was a cool visual. Like KO pops his head out from the side or whatever. They go to the ring.
I totally forgot Elias was in that tournament.
That's why this all started, kind of, because like Elias beat KO in the tournament.
But it's also it all started because Elias is Shane's lackey.
Oh, no, for sure. And that's last week. Shane helped Elias beat KO, right? But so he beats him up, and then R-Truth shows up out of nowhere, and then Maverick shows up out of nowhere. Maverick is once again the 24/7 champion for like the 15,000th time.
I hope he finally gets to smush now
and consummate his marriage. Hopefully, So I haven't really been watching it. But for those who don't follow Drake Maverick on Instagram or anything, follow him, because majority of the journey for that title and him chasing is on Instagram and YouTube and all those other places.
If you see
so entertaining.
If you see WWE's YouTube numbers, people are seeing it. People are watching it.
Well, shout out to Drake Maverick. That guy's a man. He's made this whole thing a lot more entertaining. Him and R-Truth keeping it going.
He's excellent.
And he's making it funnier stuff too. Like the stuff with his wife is hilarious. Like, we're not constantly
like actually funny, not stupid, cheesy WWE attempt at funny. He's actually funny.
So go buy a Maverick shirt, guys. Go buy a Drake Maverick 24/7 shirt and support the guy. Let's keep this going.
When was the last time WWE put out a good shirt?
I know some people. There's so many people here who be like the man shirt, but like I would never buy that.
I said a good shirt.
I'm trying to think.
Our show will die if we say you're trying to think of the last time they made a good shirt.
So I did see,
and you wonder why in the last quarter their merch sales suck.
I did see on NXT, which is obviously not their main product.
It will be soon.
Yeah, I did see the new Undisputed Era shirt, and I like that.
Yeah,
but it was very Bullet Clubby, like where the logos are placed on the sleeves and shit. But I like it.
NXT's gonna end up beating Raw or SmackDown in the ratings within
which is gonna be a shock to the system. I said it.
Yeah, I all of a sudden want to play air guitar really bad right
now. But it will be a shock to the system because they're gonna be like, oh.
And then what they'll do is they'll put like Roman Reigns or something on there and make it seem like Roman did it.
Yeah, they'll do something dumb like that.
Rewrite history.
Like, Roman came to NXT and the ratings skyrocketed. And like, no, man.
Yeah.
No, it did not. But I do, once again, going back to that, like we said last week when we talked about this, the supposed Wednesday Night Wars, like, I would like to see guys go back down there if they're not doing much on the main roster. You dig?
I'm trying to figure out, like, at the time, like, I just cannot see myself watching that Wednesday Night Dynamite, whatever it's called.
Did they have a name for it yet?
Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Is it really Dynamite?
Yeah, I think so.
Please don't tell me it's actually Dynamite.
What's wrong with that?
I just that sounds like a joke name, like Nitro Dynamite. Like, you just think of a thing. And
yeah. It's kind of corny, but whatever.
Is it called Wednesday Night Dynamite?
I'm pretty sure, man. Put in your Google machine, check it out.
What the? You're joking, right?
No, I'm pretty sure. And if I'm wrong, then whatever. I'll own up to it.
Wednesday Night Dynamite. Wednesday Night Dynamite.
You don't need to say that out when you're typing.
Oh, I have to.
Totally unnecessary. Don't cut that out of the show.
So, anyways, what it says here is that AEW trademarks Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Yeah, I think I read too much on the internet.
You do. Because I don't really read dirt sheets and stuff or newsletters. I don't even listen to every podcast all the time.
You're too busy posting copyrighted footage onto your Instagram account.
Thanks, man. I mean, we're now on a show called the TWC show because of that footage.
You're sweating? You take your jacket off?
That's got us somewhere. Yeah, man. Okay, I guess it's going to be called Dynamite.
See, I didn't know that. I didn't know the copyrighted. I think, what did they say? I feel like I heard like Conrad or something say it, but whatever.
Well, interesting. I'm going to watch it. I know I'll watch it just because.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, and here's a shout out.
I want to see what it looks like, and I want to see what it sounds like.
Here's a shout out.
As far as the roster goes, I mean, we'll see. I think they're gonna do a good job of making their guys seem important, and I am like 100% sure they're gonna give people backstories and purpose. So I think it will be an easy thing to get into. Like, you know how I feel like on some of their shows so far, they haven't really done a great job of explaining who these people are. I mean, they know their audience, and they know their audience probably knows these people, so I can't, slant them for it. But I think when they're on TV, because of who's running it and the way they see wrestling, I think they're going to do a good job of explaining to us who these people are.
And if they keep the attention to detail they do with their YouTube shows, with being the elite and all these road tours, like, they put a lot of detail and attention to like how they're telling the stories and introducing these characters on those things. And I feel like a lot of casual fans, that flies over their head. They're not watching those YouTube shows. Mostly the WWE fans that are just kind of.
I don't really watch them, but if they can put those elements into the TV show, I mean,
no, 100%.
You can't go wrong.
Because a lot of people that just watch WWE, they're not watching Being the Elite, and they're not watching Road to. Like, the WWE people, if you're trying to convert those people, it's these pay-per-views and the hype it gets online through social media and stuff that's going to get people to tune in. That's why All Out is one of their final big dish presentations to make an impression before this weekly show starts.
Big dish presentation, brother.
Yeah,
I like that.
It's the entree, man, and the main one, and this is their chance to make that last impression, because people. It's not even like the people that are going to watch it, because there's going to be WWE fans that stream it and decide to watch it, but there are going to be people that are just going to hear about it because I'm posting about it, or some other Instagram pages are posting about it, people are tweeting about it, and then people are like, oh, this happened, that happened. That's what's going to create that buzz in this pay-per-view. A lot needs to happen on it for that buzz to be there to get people to tune in on this weekly show that's coming next month. And we're going to talk all about All Out. The one thing I do want to say about this whole copyright thing really quickly is for all my Instagrammers out there and people on Twitter, AEW is okay with us posting AEW content. Matt Jackson said they have nothing against it because they want that buzz. They want people posting about it and getting people to see it.
Do they not have a legal department?
They do, but as of right now, they don't care.
Because of billionaires running it. Otherwise, you don't let people post your stuff for free, man.
Yeah, well, I think right now, give it like a year in or something, they're like, it's just because it's new.
I need to try and get a job on their legal team.
Oh, you should. I should try to get a job with the social media team, and I can post it anyways.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout out to AEW and Matt Jackson. Anyways. Before we get to All Out and our predictions, I quickly just want to give a quick shout out to my boys on Maestro Classic. They're always hooking it up. Their beard wash and their beard butter is the best in beard care and is undeniably good in keeping your beard clean and conditioned. I've used it myself many, many times. I use it now. I use it regularly. And through this entire summer, when my beard gets dry and itchy sometimes, it's really, really, really worked. So, listen, I know there's so many Beard Kid products out there. Sometimes you have a hard time making a selection. I'm telling you, get Maestro's products. Get their beard wash. Get their beard butter. Get their beard oil. Do the thing. It's amazing. And you can use the promo code TWC Maestro on their website to get yourself a discount. Also, if you're in America, it is available in all the Targets out there. So if you're shopping at Target, you can find Maestro products all around America. It's the stuff the superstars use. It's the stuff I use. It's the stuff... that's just killing the game, man. The beard game right now, man. Like, if you look at guys like Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Triple H, anybody in that company with any type of facial hair, man, they're all using Maestro Classic. So do the thing, check them out. And yeah, man, Maestro Classic, the best in the beard game business, man. Doing the thing.
That was a good read.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Well done.
I appreciate it.
That's why you're the host, brother.
I know, brother. Yeah, All Out, man. Are you ready to read? I'm going to read the card out to you.
On your list of things to talk about?
On my notes. No, This is different because for a very rare occasion, I was bored and because I start work next week and I was like, what am I supposed to do yesterday? And I wrote my predictions out.
If they're going to let us post stuff, let's just do a watch along to one of their matches or something.
We could with All Elite Wrestling. We could actually play All Elite Wrestling right now. We wouldn't get in trouble.
Because the people out here can see how frustrating it is watching wrestling with you.
And even
what I've been going through for years and years.
And even if we did get in trouble watching an All Elite Wrestling match or something, I'll get in there, don't worry.
How happy,
I got the hookup.
How happy you're going to be when Big Show shows up?
I know how to talk to those guys. They're a little bit easier to talk to than the WWE.
Oh my God. Did you just do a humble brag on our fifth show?
Yeah.
God.
Shout out to Matt Jackson. Too sweet. Anyways, All Elite Wrestling. Let's talk about it. Yeah, man. I'm just going to go down the card.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you give me your thoughts and I'll give you my thoughts. And then after that, we'll talk about the King of the Ring, and then we'll wrap this up. But let's do All Out here.
Cool.
Back in Chicago, the home of All In. It's where it all began. So let's see. They're going home. They're going back to the Sears Center where they sold out. For people that don't know, All In was not an AEW event. It was a elite putting up their own mega independent event, self-funded. They were still Bullet Club at that point. They were still working with New Japan and Ring of Honor. AEW was not existed. They sold out the Sears Center in Chicago. I was there live. So was Tony Khan. Tony Khan approached them after the show and pitched the idea of starting a wrestling, something like that. I might be wrong on the exact details, but something in that case. And then AEW was founded after All In. Since then, they had Double or Nothing. That was their first event. Then there was Fyter Fest, Fight for the Fallen. Now this is their second big event, but they're going back to the Sears Center. They're going back to Chicago, where in a sense, where it kind of all began.
It's a great wrestling city too.
Yeah, and an awesome wrestling city.
Never
a live crowd. Always always insane. And the Sears Center has an all-in plaque there and everything.
Way better than Toronto.
Sure. But anyways, so they're going, in a weird way, they're going home, man. They're going where it all began. Anyways, first match on the card, it's on the buy-in, which is technically their kickoff show, their pre-show.
Hasn't been one good buy-in yet. What I got on there this time?
It's Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
Okay.
And what this match is for nothing. It's just a tag team match.
It's not an opportunity at a future match at a future opportunity?
No, yeah, it's not like that. It's not that. What was it? It was a match for a future opportunity to get a buy in a future opportunity.
I can't even talk about these buy-ins, man.
Anyways,
have not been good.
Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans. What do you know about Private Party?
They seemed pretty cool last time I saw them.
Yeah.
That's the one with the big guy and then the guy that can really go.
Yeah, kind of similar to, Street Profits. Similar gimmicks in a weird way.
Don't hate on the Street Profits.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying they're very similar. And this is the thing. They can both go, both teams. So my thought on this match is I like Angelico and Jack Evans. We've seen them a lot. Those are the guys that wear a lot of neon and stuff. Remember, like, oh, look at these neon guys.
Yeah.
They're really good, but we've seen them a lot. I feel like this is our second exposure to Private Party on an AEW form.
On a big stage.
Yeah, and the first since they've officially been signed. Protect your investment, they go over. Fair?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Angelico, Jack Evans, they lose, nothing really happens.
I think that's one thing AEW is going to be good for is clear winners and clear losers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be really good for that, which is nice.
And
you're going to hate that because you hate when anybody loses. So
only in the WWE. I have a weird, like I said, when it's New Japan, different relationship with it. When it's AEW, different relationship with it. When it's WWE, different relationship. I expect things.
You're
from
never
different
happy
companies.
about who wins. You're always like, why did this person have to lose?
Well, I mean, when you put Kevin Owens against Drew McIntyre, and we'll get to the King of the Ring in a second, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Because you pick who's in these situations.
Wasn't it Kevin Owens versus Elias?
No, it was Drew McIntyre. And I was like, why did McIntyre have to lose to Owens? If it was Elias, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Okay, second match on All Out. Look, we're talking about AEW here. This ain't a WWE moment.
You don't gotta yell at me, man. Jeez.
Hey, just listen. Okay, kid?
Turn the
Jeez.
headphones down on this guy, Jesus.
Anyways. I thought this Battle Royal was for the women's title. My mistake originally. That's when I was writing the predictions and I read the picture properly and I was like, oh, wait a minute. It is a casino Battle Royal. If you watch Double or Nothing, you know how that works. The aces come out, the queen, not the queens, the aces, the clovers, whatever, and then you get the one Joker. And last time the Joker was Hangman Page and he won.
If they can, if they give people individual entrances this time, it'll be way better.
I think that's what the casino Battle Royal is, though, is that they come out in groups.
And one thing AEW has also shown us that they're
trying to be different but the same.
No, they really take criticism and then they try to tweak it. If something doesn't go over that well, they're not going to totally give up on their brainchild or just bail on it, but they'll make tweaks to it to try and make it better, and that's pretty cool, I think.
No, 100% agree. Yeah, so maybe there'll be some updates this Battle Royal. We'll see. Guess we'll just have to tune in and watch.
Is Dr. Britt Baker in that one?
Yeah, I'm going to drop some names of who's in there, but first things first, I thought this was for the championship, but it's just for the number one contendership for the championship.
They're not stupid enough to make it a title match in a Battle Royal. That's a WWE
I know.
thing.
And I'm like, I should have thought about that because that's what the first one was. It was to earn a shot at the championship.
Yeah, they would.
So
they would never put the belts on the line in a Battle Royal.
So they earned the shot at the championship, and on their first show, the first TNT show, the first Dynamite, it's gonna be the winner of this versus I don't know who, but that's what it's supposed to be. So far, who we have in here that's been announced is Nyla Rose.
Wait, didn't Britt Baker win?
No, she's in the Battle Royal.
Oh.
So Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, Ali, Brandy Rose, which is someone I'm very scared might just win.
Why are you scared?
Because that just feels like this has been happening. And a lot of my predictions are based off the fact that the VPs have been winning a lot.
Well, she totally is not afraid of being a heel. That's pretty cool.
This is good. And that's the thing. If she doesn't win, she's a heel. It works. It's unfair.
She just doesn't care that people don't like her. She just leans into it.
This Teal Piper, Roddy Piper's daughter, she was one of the surprise announcements for this thing, which I've never seen her wrestle.
Wasn't she in NXT for a bit?
Was she? I've never seen her wrestle. So I'm very intrigued.
Yeah.
Evilise, she was dope.
She's cool.
She's dope. Jazz, Big Swole, who I don't know who that is.
Isn't that Cedric Alexander's wife?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. I didn't see her getting announced. So
the first time I ever heard her name was like 2 days before she got announced for the Battle Royal, and then all of a sudden she got announced for the Battle Royal. So I don't know if that's by plan, but that's just good marketing strategy.
Sadie Gibbs, who's dope. If you've never seen Sadie Gibbs, she's actually really dope. And Awesome Kong, who we all know. That's who's been announced yet. There's still 11 people that haven't been announced, so expect surprises. Expect some of those people from the
like the Harajuku girls.
Yeah, like what's it actually called? Joshi, Joshi girls, and some other people that maybe some surprises. Unfortunately, there's no speculation that Sasha Banks is gonna randomly show up no more. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Is there anyone?
She was never gonna show up.
Is there anyone that could be a surprise? Like Johnny Nitro's girlfriend or wife?
No, she works a bunch of other different places.
Scarlett Bordeaux, maybe. Are they still signed with Impact?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Who else is out there?
You never know. You could see her and Killer Cross show up on AEW.
Tessa could show up. I don't know if she's still signed. Is there any?
She's like Impact's like top dog. Not gonna
That's
let her
true.
go.
Who else is out there?
Wrong guy to ask, man.
I don't know who else is out there.
Dr. Britt Baker all the way, baby.
That's what I'm rooting for. So that's my prediction. Is Britt Baker. But I do see some shady thing happening, like because it's not for the belt, but an opportunity for the belt. Like Brandy could win. or Ali or someone.
Awesome Kong and eliminating everyone for Brandy, then eliminating herself. Book it. I'm down.
You know what I mean?
That's great.
But we'll see.
Is that on the buy-in too then?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Which sucks because the one women's match I have on the card, don't care about. Might as well talk about that right now. Rio versus Haruka Kushida. Don't know who they are.
Oh, it's those girls. Didn't they tag together?
They did tag in the last match.
They didn't tag together.
No, against each other.
Yeah.
One where Britt Baker got the concussion, tagged the wrong girl.
Yeah.
They're good. Don't know anything about them to care.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's literally the problem.
Maybe they'll get us there.
So I just made a random prediction as a
a good little hype up video with some subtitles. We'll be ready for it.
If they do, that'd be great.
Yeah,
but I just considering that this is on the main card and not on the buy-in and the battle royals and you can switch those because the bigger names. Because the one thing that bothered me with Double or Nothing is the majority of the guys that I liked were on the
you're the
buy-in.
one talking about whatever.
Well, MJF and Joey Janela, all these guys were on the buy-in.
But you're the one talking about protect your investment. Maybe they've got some stuff invested in these girls and they need them on the main card.
No, which is fine. Hopefully they sell us on them. Hopefully you're right. Hopefully there's a video package.
I think they will. I think they deserve the benefit of the doubt right now.
Or if they just give us like a banger of a match that we become fans.
They
like
might.
Those girls.
They might. They're pretty small. I mean? Pretty small.
This one is just I think is going to be one of the funner matches on the card, just for fun. I think it should open the show. Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt versus SCU.
Those guys, Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, have been a fun little tandem.
Dude, I wanted them to be in the tag team match. Their chemistry and stuff was great too. I don't know if they really need to add Marco Stunt. I've watched the Being the Elite stuff. It works. He's little, but
yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know. You're starting a new company. You're gonna be on TV. I don't know why you signed that guy.
I don't know. They're trying to be the oddities or something. They're the misfits, I guess.
I don't know, but Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy are cool.
Yeah, they're both dope. I like both of them. Marco Stunt, I have nothing against him, but like, nah. Against SCU, once again, this goes back to me saying if this is what you're going to show these guys, SCU is dope. They're established.
They're so good, man.
Scorpio Sky, Kazarian, Daniels, all three of them are amazing. Been fans of them for years. Luchasaurus is kind of new to me. Jungle Boy is kind of new to me. Marco Stunt, I know who he is, but still kind of new.
Let's find out today. Luchasaurus used to be signed to NXT.
And he was in another company that I used to watch, and I did not.
What name did he go under?
I don't know, but he was also on like I think he was on Lucha Underground or something. I used to watch.
Probably.
And I was like, oh.
You watched Lucha Underground?
I've watched Lucha Underground here and there, not consistently. I watched stuff that was on Netflix and I streamed it a few times.
Oh yeah, I would just like look out for those Prince Puma matches, but that's neither here nor there.
But I just think Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marcus Stunt go over just because
they're a fun act. I think they should.
They need to be a fun act going forward. This is that whole situation of Kazarian, the Scorpio Sky, and Daniel. They don't lose anything if they lose. That could be a fun match. They could lose in a stupid way or something.
It's good keeping Jungle Boy in a team right now, too, because I think he's got potential to be a really big star.
Eventually, once we love him so much, he's so lovable, and he becomes that underdog, you know?
Yeah.
Tag team title match, AEW tag team titles, Dark Order versus the Best Friends. Could care less about Chuck Taylor and what's his name?
This is the tag team title match?
Chant Beretta. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. This is the match that Dark Order earned the opportunity to wrestle to earn another opportunity to get a bye in the tag team tournament. So this is just to earn a bye in the first round of the tag team tournament. Sorry, my mistake, not for the tag titles. Which when you say it like that, this match doesn't really matter that much.
We're marks and that's confusing for us. Imagine the casual fan.
Yeah. So in a sense, this match doesn't really matter. And when I look at it that way,
I mean, Dark Order wins that, right?
Yeah, because I'm like, when I look at it that way, it's only a heel thing to want to earn a bye in the first round of a, like if the baby faces earn a bye in the first round of a tournament, you're kind of like,
no, that's not a heel thing to want.
No, I mean it just makes more sense.
It's a sporting tournament. You want to get to the end. You want to get to the championship. That's not a heel or baby face thing, man.
But in my mind,
if you cheat your way to get a bye, sure.
These guys didn't cheat to win the match.
But if you earn it, that's like in sports when you earn home field advantage.
No, but
that doesn't make you a heel.
I know, but this is not a real sport. And I'm saying in an overall story perspective, if I was going to make a prediction, I'd rather have the bad guys win it. Because it just makes more like sense than the good guys winning it. If the good guys win it,
whether you're good or bad, good guys have motivation to want to win.
Because if the good guys win it, and then they go all to the end, I'm like, you guys got a bye in the first round of the tournament.
Earned the bye though.
I don't care. You guys skipped a level, pal.
Also, that's how you tell you don't watch sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that. Well, no, sports, it makes sense. This is wrestling.
Yeah,
and those good guys and those bad guys. Hey, listen,
they've already said they want the sporting presentation.
Yeah, but it's good guys versus bad guys. No matter how hard they try to change it.
No, it's simulated combat competition.
It's not. If it's that, then nobody's watching Dynamite. You need stories.
That's what pro wrestling is, though.
It's good guys and bad guys.
It's simulated combat.
Yeah, but
obviously the storyline involved. There's storylines involved in real boxing
winning
matches.
Winning and losing matters when you're trying to help build characters. You can't just be like, these guys won because, like, no, man, it's not a real sport. loses one because the story and what's going on. It's not just like winning and losing.
No, you're wrong. But that's okay.
I'm right. You watch me sports. I'm watching wrestling here.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm going with Dark Order.
Put in the comments whether you guys think earning a bye in a tournament makes you a heel. Please.
Doesn't make you a heel.
Please let us know.
I'm just like it's more logical. I just think it's more logical that the heels get it.
Yeah, winning a clean match fair and square, maybe with a good tag team finisher.
I want these guys to cheat to win it. Obviously, I want the little munchkins.
Listen, I get what you're saying. You don't have the bye. You go through the proper way. That's like an underdog thing. Underdogs are baby faces. But earning a bye fairly does not a heelish thing to do. It doesn't make you a heel. It's just a stupid opinion.
Why does anyone even get bye in the first place?
It's a tournament, man. And they book it. They can do whatever the hell they want.
It's dumb. Best friends don't need it. Best friends need to show that the best friends will work their way to the end. The Dark Order, they need to be sneaky and stuff. Get the little Oompa Loompas out there. Attack these guys. Do some stuff,
What's the next match?
Triple threat. I don't know what this match is, to be honest with you. The 3 guys in it are dope. Hopefully it's like a street fight or something, but it's called a Cracker Barrel Clash.
Oh, it's because Cracker Barrel is sponsoring the match.
What is the match?
It's probably like a street fight or something.
Hopefully. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know what it is. So they're kind of...
Cracker Barrel is like Young Bucks, and there's like their favorite restaurant.
No, and I know that. I know they use the barrel at All In between Janela and whatever. Who do you fight again? Janela and Hangman Page, and it's always sitting at Cracker Barrel and stuff. I just don't get what the actual stipulation of the match is. Maybe I missed it.
Wasn't it Janela and Moxley?
No, it was Janela and Page at All In.
Oh, it's All In.
Yeah. They used the Cracker Barrel in the middle of the match or something. Like he jumped over to something. Anyways, Darby Allin, Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela. I think all 3 of these guys are guys that will go above and beyond and put the bodies on the line to entertain us. So maybe we'll see some crazy stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna see some hectic
Havoc,
stuff.
Sadistic, Janela's a rebel, and Darby Allin fears nothing, and it's a good story. Exactly what I picked too, because I feel like they've invested the most in trying to make Darby Allin a star. Janela, this is the thing.
Joey doesn't need the win. He's got his fan
They
base.
don't need it, but maybe Joey and Havoc probably need a win in AEW to like have a big win.
I don't
in
think
AEW.
that's what Jimmy Havoc's there for, and I think Joey Janela's already got his fan base.
Oh no, 100%. But I think Darby Allin needs a win because after having that match with Cody losing, like he just needs a big win. And he's like, even when we watched the 6-man tag match last event, like. Remember those 3 guys on one side, 3 was MJF and 2 other guys plus, and I was
Sean
like,
Spears, MJF.
Yeah, and I'm like, Darby Allin was like the most on that side was the most exciting person you want to see in the ring. Yeah. It wasn't Janela, it wasn't Havoc. You want to see Darby Allin.
Yeah,
because they've done well with him so far. After that, Pac versus I was about to say Pac versus Neville, Pac versus Omega.
That's gonna be weird because I mean, what you always hear is that like Pac doesn't want to lose.
Yeah,
because of Dragon Gate and all that stuff. So that'd be interesting. Because why the hell would Kenny take the pinfall, right?
Yeah, that's my analysis too. Is that I'm like, if
and you know what, they couldn't have picked a better substitute because the match is gonna probably be match of the night.
Oh, it's gonna be a banger for sure. But
I think we were all pretty ready to see Moxley and Omega beat the crap out of each other, and that would be good for Omega to get a real like hard edge to him having a match like that. Well, it'll be an instant classic.
No, for sure. And I agree with you. Moxley would have given. Omega that edge because he never really had like a hardcore match.
Probably unpopular opinion too, but I'd say Neville Pac is a better wrestler.
Oh no, I could almost agree with that.
I think so.
But the thing is, it goes back to that same thing. If Pac's not legitimately fully signed with AEW, why invest the time of giving him?
I was reading today something. He's got like a five appearance deal or something like that. And that one YouTube video they put out of him and Adam Page or whatever was
counted as one. That's so dumb.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, that's the contract he signed. It's not dumb. That's the contract you negotiated in the contract he signed.
No, he's a G, but I mean that counted as dumb.
Oh,
I wish it was like live appearances.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I mean, it's not ideal for AEW, but I don't know if I'd call it.
I think imagine Brock's like appearances on via satellite or something counted as like a.
Well, when he shows up to those house shows and stuff, those count.
Yeah, I know those count, but I mean, like, I just like video form. It should be like physical. You have to be there physically. You have to be there. But anyways, same thing. Omega. If he's not signed, why would you let him pick up the win, over one of your main guys? But we agree. Omega.
Did you watch that promo where he was like cutting a promo on Moxley, and then they told him during the interview that Moxley's out? And then just continued cutting a promo on him.
No,
I'll watch it after. It was
good. I did. It was good. On the beginning of Being the Elite.
It's probably the best Omega promo.
Because they're like, "Do you want it to start again?" He's like, "No, let me just finish." It was really good. If you haven't watched it, check it out.
Yeah, I like that.
Because they're keeping it going. Because when Moxie's back, they're obviously jumping right back into it.
I love the sit down format, man. Yeah, it's so good.
Because it reminds you of the old backstage promos with the guys just talking.
WrestleMania 17, bro.
WWE doesn't do that no more.
No.
They don't do that. There's just like there's the guys talking to the camera, doing a promo.
They have a bunch of stars.
It has to be in the ring. It has to be like talking to each other. You know what I mean? Cody.
They got better facilities than they've ever had, and they didn't do any pre-tapes.
Cody versus Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears, of course, has Tully Blanchard in his corner. This is the whole like we used to be friends thing. The one thing that stands out to me about Cody Rhodes matches in AEW is they all always give me that old like classic 80s wrestling vibe.
He tells the stories that we watch old shit on the WWE Network for.
Yeah. That's what it is. And the thing, the stories lead to them. All those stories, like he's already got us invested in the match because the story they told us through YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, Shawn Spears winning that match.
Oh, 100%.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Shawn Spears. He has to get away from the title thing.
Too.
Yeah, congratulations, Shawn Spears and Peyton Royce. That's true.
Yeah.
But let's move away. I know a lot of hearts just broke. We gotta move away. We gotta move away from the Ty Dillinger stigma that is stuck with him still with some fans.
He hasn't done a bad thing yet since he's been with AEW.
No, 100%. And to be because this is the thing about AEW.
He carries himself like a veteran, man.
Yeah. And with they need top heels that you can think can go after the championship after this. Shawn Spears can be that guy by beating Cody. And the VPs need to start taking losses. That's my biggest thing about this card.
They've had like 3 shows, dude.
I know, but like let's just start going. You know?
Why? You don't become a bigger star and you don't want to headline a very important TV show after taking a bunch of losses.
Yes, you do. Okay.
They're their biggest stars. Of course they're going to win matches.
I know, but it's just the stigma they're going to get. And plus, also, you need to build new stars. I don't want to see Cody versus Hangman. I would rather see Shawn Spears versus Hangman. So you let Shawn Spears wins and matter. Shawn Spears wins, and now he has this ability to go face the champion.
What you're saying makes sense. So this whole EVPs need to start losing matches doesn't make any sense.
It does.
Why would you want your top star to start losing matches?
Because the internet is a very critical place.
Bro, it's gonna be years before people start turning on AEW.
They're not turning on AEW, but they're turning.
It'll take years.
And we talked about this last week. It's already split in the middle. People that want to support it and not support it.
The Young Bucks could drown a kitten, and their fans wouldn't turn on them.
We'll ask him to drown a kitten then.
Yeah. They'd probably end up making a shirt out of it, making $1 million.
I love that Tully's there with Shawn Spears. I think it adds a lot to the whole scenario.
It's good to see him back in wrestling.
Yeah. And yeah, man.
He was always a really good promo.
It's so sad they never came back years later when things were going on, WCW and stuff. Like, he's the man. And I think it adds to the whole Shawn Spears thing. So
yeah, it's good. It's cool.
Shawn Spears takes it.
Yeah, I think so.
In a good match. I think we're going to have a good drag out.
It's a good match. There's never really been a great Cody Rhodes match, I don't think.
Yeah. It's just that it always feels like a big thing.
Yeah, because he's a big time wrestler.
Yeah. He's a good storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
AAA World Tag Team Championships on the line in a ladder match. Lucha Bros versus
AAA.
Oh yeah, AAA.
AAA.
The AAA World Tag Team Championships are on the line in a ladder match.
AAA.
The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers.
That's gonna
Pentagon
be great.
and Phoenix.
This will be your EVPs will take another loss here.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I predicted.
Are you happy now?
No, they need to.
Oh my God, you're giving all these shout outs to Matt Jackson. Now you're talking about how he needs to lose.
So that guy's a G.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I don't think he wants you booking his career.
No, why not? It just makes sense. And plus, the Lucha Brothers have never beaten these guys on AEW story. Is that what we're trying to go for? Because if it is, then cool.
And how good of a story is that?
No, it's cool. If that's what they're doing, cool.
Yeah.
The Bucks and win this, cool. That's great. I'm not against it.
It's not great. You are against it. You just said it.
I just think that the Lucha Brothers need to take it.
Yeah.
Because these guys need to beat these guys that everyone's really familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
To like, Shawn Spears needs to beat Cody to like make Shawn Spears like more validated and like the guy.
Whatever you say, man.
And it's gonna be a hell of a match, man. Lucha Brothers and ladders, they're gonna do some. I've never seen a Lucha Brothers match where they haven't done something crazy.
So good, man.
And I've seen the Young Bucks in ladder matches. We've seen them against the Hardys. We've seen them in triple threat ladder matches and Ring of Honor and stuff like that. Like, they put on some bangers, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. It's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff, but I want to see what innovative stuff they come up with, and I'm gonna go with the Lucha Brothers. Last but not least, Y2J versus Hangman Page, man. Hangman.
Chris Jericho.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah, they're going to TV with Y2A's the first ever. Imagine the promos: first ever undisputed champion, first ever AEW champion, most intercontinental title reigns. It writes itself, man. Hangman will get his win back quickly. It'll be fine.
And that's the thing. Like, I see.
And Jericho isn't an EVP, so you don't have to go crying another.
Listen, okay.
Yeah.
I was going with Hangman because it's a new company, it's a new era. Kick it off with the Young Buck, but I do see the scenario of Jericho winning and Hangman getting it back like the next pay-per-view or one of these TNT shows.
So if you were booking a wrestling show, nothing would ever be built. There'd be no stories. Every week it'd be something new. We need something new.
No,
we need this new guy.
No, that's not how it is. I'm just saying. No, and like I said,
he needs this. Now he needs this.
No, I'm
now
down.
He needs this. You be 50-50 booking everything.
Down with Y2J winning it and them going with Adam Page.
Ayatollah of Rock and
Adam
Roll.
Cole. They're going to go with Adam Page chasing the belt still. I'm cool with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, to end the first show with one of your own, win the belt, seems like a good thing to do. Jericho doesn't need it, but if Jericho wins it, that's dope.
I think the only major mainstream star that you've ever signed, being your first champion, is the way to go.
No,
and I'm just a huge Chris Jericho man.
No, and that's not an argument either. That's a great. I can't argue that either. That's true. Like that will bring people in. Going to TNT with Chris Jericho as your champion, like that's huge, right? Like so I see it either way. Like that was actually a really hard prediction for me to make because I'm okay with it either way it goes.
I know you take your predictions really seriously.
I do. Cause I like to be right.
Yeah.
I want them to know that I can book the territory. I'm joking.
Can't book the territory.
I can.
Can't even book your own life.
I can. Okay. I mean, sometimes.
No, I hope that's a really good match too. I haven't really seen a lot of Page. Maybe a couple of matches in Japan or something.
He's impressed me. I remember first I'm like I'm like, who's this guy? Why is he part of the Bullet Club? And he's growing on me.
Anybody whose opinion I respect says nothing but good things about him, so I'm all for it.
And she's a good guy. So if Jericho wins, if they get to go at it again in the future, that'll be dope.
We're gonna see that Judas elbow. It's gonna be over 1, 2, 3.
But I think that's it for All Out. I mean.
Well, you have the card in front of you.
That's it. That's it for the card. So I think.
So you don't think that's it?
Those are our predictions. That is it for All Out. Devin Lau.
Nice.
Jeez. We're going to quickly, before we wrap this up, talk about the King of the Ring, because there were a couple of different changes that happened this week. A couple of the tournaments moved forward. While our producer here pops up the picture on the screen, I'm just going to quickly give a shout out to Vision Pros.
That was really rude.
What do you mean? No, we need it up there. I just want to give a quick shout out to Vision Pros, though. If you guys need sunglasses or glasses, prescribed or not, just check out visionpros.com and use the promo code VP Classic, man. Save yourself some money when you shop online. Go check out what kind of glasses you want. Go to the nearest pharmacy, I don't know what they're called, optometrist or whatever. Sunglasses store, sunglass hut, try on some glasses. And if you like them, go on Vision Pros, find them, and get them for cheaper by using the promo code VP Classic, man. The King of the Ring, man. It's back.
Totally forgot about Ali and Murphy. That was a banger.
So that's what I want to talk about. So the two matches that we got this week was Ali versus Murphy and Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin on SmackDown. Chad Gable and Benjamin was good. Gable moved forward. Buddy Murphy and Ali, those guys have tremendous chemistry.
Honestly, man, give us Andrade or Joe, or just don't give us anything.
It's interesting though, man. Like we saw McIntyre lose to Ricochet, which moved Ricochet forward. McIntyre's doing nothing. We saw Joe beat Cesaro, which was a great match. Joe versus Ricochet. Who do you got?
Joe.
They
finally gave him a win with something that kind of meant something. Let's just keep it going, man.
I'm agreeing. Like King Ricochet.
Just put the crown on Andrade. Let's roll, man.
King Ricochet is not bad either, but you're gonna go Joe. I'm gonna go with Ricochet. I think somehow Joe gets screwed over. I feel like Joe's the guy that gets so close but never gets there.
Alexander's gonna beat Corbin too because everybody thinks Corbin's gonna win.
I kind of want Corbin to win because I think going with Corbin versus Ricochet causes some tension.
Yeah, Corbin has really good matches with smaller guys too. I said it.
And no, and when he sat down with the crown in the whole situation,
that was a great picture.
And I was like, oh, this is a nightmare. This looks like
a slimy bastard.
This is literally what people don't want. That if it happens, I can't even argue that it's bad because like
portrayed the nightmare right in front of us on live TV.
I'm like, oh my god, like we don't want this. Oh my god, this is gonna happen.
Owens costs Elias the match. Ali wins.
Ali wins for sure. Then Gable and Andrade. Ali versus Andrade. Andrade's gonna be Gable.
Yes, please.
So we need Ali
give us that on pay-per-view. Let's go. Give him 20 minutes.
Is there one more week till Clash of Champions? How many more weeks is there?
Couldn't tell you. That show was not exciting me at all.
Because I'm like, if they did the two semifinals and the final at Clash of Champions, it gives you a reason to watch. Ali versus Andrade, Ricochet versus Corbin, going by our predictions, and then the finals. That's solid.
Yeah.
For a pay-per-view.
Either way, I mean, other than maybe Elias, but any matchup in the final end up being interesting.
I think where could they go? They can go Ali versus Corbin in the finals.
They could. They really
Andrade
could.
versus Ricochet.
I could see Ali getting the push.
Andrade versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
I would love Andrade to be the king. It'd work.
I would love it.
A Tranquilo king.
He's great, man.
A Tranquilo
he is
king.
so great.
Yeah. So is his girlfriend, right?
Yeah. I guess we can. We'll see how it goes next week, or if they do.
No, 100%. Yeah. Well, I guess if there's more weeks, they'll probably do these matches, and we'll know what the semifinals in.
Yeah.
Or I mean, I'd be down for the semifinals and the finals to be at Clash Champions, though. I'm glad it's back.
That's what I was saying.
You know,
have them have each wrestle twice on that.
Like you remember the King of the Ring, the last King of the Ring event, the 2002. Like that's what they did, the two semifinals and the finals, and it was good. Yeah. And I do wish, like, I love the King of the Ring. I love that they're gonna win it and they get to call themselves the king and stuff. But I do wish it was some sort of like
title shot.
Yeah, something on there, whether it's a title shot or something that you get for winning it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the bragging rights. I guess I'm with you on that one.
But yeah, a lot of solid matches. Ollie and Murphy really surprised me this week. I was hyped for it. I'm hopefully going to get this picture updated every week, and we'll throw it on here for you guys. So for you guys and for us, so we actually remember what's going on in the tournament. It's easier to keep up with it this way. Yeah, man. Other than that, it's been a good week of wrestling. We gave you guys our all-out predictions. We talked about Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Undisputed Era guys won the tag titles. Means that they're no longer on the Street Profits, which maybe the Street Profits can start wrestling on Raw instead of being hype men.
That'd be great, but they're a team, so that means they probably won't get a push.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
But I love them as hype men too, but I would love to see them wrestle.
Yeah, great charisma.
And Rhea Ripley, man. Someone that actually looks like she could beat up Shayna Baszler finally.
You saw them together and you're like, yup, she's gonna whoop Shayna's ass.
Finally.
Yeah.
And she could probably whoop Shayna plus those other two girls' ass.
Shayna's run's gone on too long, man.
Shout out to Rhea Ripley.
That women's division used to be so good. It's just like, I've had it, like, it's just so boring.
And Rhea Ripley's believable, man.
Ooh,
more believable than Io Shirai or Kairi Sane to beat Shayna. Like, Rhea Ripley's like, this chick.
Rhea and Io is gonna go to is gonna be great.
Oh, it's gonna be great when that happens as well.
Yeah.
And like seeing her toss around Candice LeRae and getting that sympathy thing going on.
It'd be a barn burner.
Yeah, man. So NXT, that's what's going on there. We'll be talking more about them as well when it gets around to the Wednesday Night Wars with Dynamite. Shout out to AEW. I hope you guys all tune into All Out this weekend. It's on Bleacher Report Live. Plus, obviously, you can order on pay-per-view and the buy-ins on YouTube most of the time and on Bleacher Report Live as well. Tune in Raw and Smack next week. We'll see what my girl Salsa does. And yeah, man, I think that's it. Shout out to Chalkline Official. Cardillo weight belts won last time. And Chalkline Official for hooking up these cool cups. Yeah, we'll be back next week in the Vibe. Once again, you guys can listen to this on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Spotify, and Google Play. And yeah, man, we'll be back on the Vibe. It's on the YouTube channel on the Vibe every week, man. So remember, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, TWC show. Search it up, leave us a rating, leave us a review, let us know how you guys feel. And if you guys ever want us to talk about anything, drop comments on the YouTube comment section and we'll know to talk about it. We appreciate you guys all for tuning in. We'll be back next week, same place, same time, doing the thing. Devin Wall, anything to add?
Boom.
It doesn't matter what you have to add. Sucker!